guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new, if you're a subscriber, welcome back to Discover What's New with Bella, where I'm going to be sharing new things that I'm trying out, my experience and my recommendation to you. And as you probably read the title right, this time I tried spinning. Yes, it wasn't exactly what I thought about. But what is behind the whole story about this? You know what? Biking for me, and I'm just spinning is what I'm just showing here for those of you who've never tried it before, who never heard it. Hopefully you all have heard about it.
Why do I have to always teach about a simple thing that everybody knows about?
As you probably read the title correct, I started spinning and it wasn't exactly what I thought. What did I think to begin with? Well, here in Denmark, biking is a transportation mode. Basically, I got my driver's license when I was 18 years old, and it has been 5 years ago. Well, I bought my first car, it hasn't even been a year. Since then, I've always biked everywhere that I wanted to go or took the train. In Copenhagen, you might be run down by a bicycle than a car, because cars are looking and watching out more compared to bicycle. There are so many bicycle. I would say it's the same in Scandinavia, just in general, that they bike a lot. But no, I was in Stockholm and I was blown away. People don't bike in Stockholm. People take their cars, they take metros and so on. In Denmark, you bike all the time. The only country that can relate biking with Denmark is Holland. Did I have a wrong perception of spinning? I'm just going to structure this video in 3 steps just to make sure that we keep on track, that I don't keep going everywhere else. So first thing that I'm going to talk about is why exactly did I choose spinning? Out of many other activities that I would have chosen to do, why did I choose to do spinning? Second of all, I'm going to talk to you about what is it like to spin as a beginner? Well, what nobody actually else tell you about. And lastly, I'm going to talk to you about my recommendation. Do I actually recommend this activity? Is it something that I'm going to be doing the next couple of months? Do I still want to keep trying it, or is it something that I'm going to incorporate in my daily or weekly activities? Well, stay tuned and see what I have to give you. Well, let's just get into it. Why did I choose spinning out of other million activities that I could have chosen? Well, 2 things: happiness and health. I'm a runner. I love running. I love running and I run all the time. Why? It makes me feel good. When I'm sick, I actually feel like I could just go outside, run 5K and come home and I would say, you know what, I feel better. But in 2014, unfortunately didn't break, I twisted my knee when I was skiing in Austria. And I had trouble to even walk. My doctor told me to do not do any activity apart from stretching and going to a physiotherapist so that I can actually train my leg again to do, normal things such as squat. I was mortified. I couldn't go down and do one normal squat. Running was not an option for me. So my doctor actually suggested, instead of going running, you could start spinning, because when you're running, you're putting so much pressure on one leg. You're putting that much weight that you weight, you're putting it on one leg. And that much pressure, you don't get it while you're spinning. So the doctor suggested that instead of running, I could try spinning, for instance, or biking. Well, for me, I was like, well, I bike on a daily basis, doctor. So biking for me is not a kind of an exercise. I bike to work, I bike to school, I bike everywhere. So it's not an option. So I didn't get it at that time until now, where I was like, you know what, I'm going to try spinning. And the other H that I was talking about is happiness. So why exactly do I consider happiness, and why did I choose spinning? I'm like a gazelle, guys. I jump, I have so much energy all the time. Well, most of the time, unless I just finish training and I'm just dead in the evening and I need to just go to bed after eating. I have so much energy all the time. I'm jumping around. I'm in the morning. I'm a morning person sometimes. Well, most of the time I wake up at 4 o'clock. getting ready, just take my protein shake and then go to the gym and then go to work very early in the morning and so on. I just have a long routine. Please let me know if that's something that you want to hear about. And I have so much energy. I myself know that. A lot of people have told me that. So doing an activity that makes me sweat, an activity that actually involves other people, it just makes me feel, satisfied. It makes me happy. And I just love the fact that, I've tried a lot of different activities. I've tried HIIT. I've tried so many things, but what I like actually is working together, pressure each other. I like also pushing other people. I like other people to push me as well, to work harder than last time. Have I been watching Greg Doucette that much? Well, work harder than last time. That's a good quote. I give him that. Well, anyways, so that was one reason why I chose spinning. Second of all, I'm going to talk to you, what is it like spinning for beginners? Guys, here I'm going to tell you what other people don't tell you. You know what? If you want, please pause the video right now and go on YouTube and search for spinning for beginners. You're gonna find a lot of videos. I'm not lying to you. You're gonna find a lot of videos showing, those, very good spinners, perfect experts and so on. But guess what? They're gonna show you workout. They're gonna show you probably warm-ups and so on. But there is something that you don't know about. Spinning isn't just like biking. For me, I told my doctor, what are you talking about? It's the same. No, it's not the same. The first time I went spinning, first of all, I needed to make sure that I had everything. So I needed shoes. And I'm just going to show you later on which kind of shoes that I bought. I needed shoes, and I didn't know whether this is an activity that I want to do for the rest of my life or, for a long period of time. So I decided to buy used shoes. I'm not going to buy shoes that have been worn out. I wanted something that is, relatively cheaper to new shoes, but something that has been used once or twice, of course, by someone who actually took care of them. I went around and I got myself spinning shoes. I got myself they're called Shimano model. I actually have them here. Aren't they cute, guys? They're really, really cute. I mean, I like that the fact they're black, you can always go with the darker color. Really, really nice. I'm really happy with them. When I was gonna buy them, they weren't coming with the little red thing that you see here. So what happened is that she called her husband. You know what, honey, she's never tried to spin before. It's like, I never tried. I'd never even had this kind of shoes on before for my whole life. So she was like, you know what, we're gonna give you the things to put on. So they actually put this on for me. You screw these ones on. So they actually screwed on all the way. And they were going to offer me small tiny metals as well that you need to attach on top of this one when you're actually spinning on the road. So right now I'm going to talk to you about spinning on, on the bike, on a stationary bike in the gym. Because that's what I tried, who knows. I don't think I was ready to try the spinning on the road, because you know what, these shoes, wait until I get there, because these shoes, they need to click on the bike, and that's a challenge, guys. If you don't know exactly how to click on these shoes, God, and you're spinning on the road, I immediately saw myself falling, waiting for the light. No, I'm actually biking and reaching the light, poof, falling down because I can't figure out how to clip off these shoes. Anyhow, that didn't happen. That was just in my thought. So that was great. She helped me. I actually didn't give a lot for them. I gave about, how much was it? She was asking for 400 for it, and I was giving about 300 Danish crowns. I got them for that price. For me, it was quite all right. And I immediately told myself, you know what? I don't want them to actually stay at home. And I would recommend you that. If you're getting ready to start something new and your head is telling you should try this, there's something in there that is working you up. So you should definitely go out there and find the things that you need to try it out instead of waiting for tomorrow. Because if you wait for tomorrow, it's not always that you're going to still have that little thing in your head telling you should try this. your head and your feelings, everything adds up. It depends on how your day have been going, and all of that adds up to, you know what, I'm not going to try this anyways. So what happened with me is that I already then scheduled to have a bike session and just went there. It was in my gym. Luckily, they offer different kinds of bike sessions. They offer bike basic and bike power. Guess what I took? Well, I train a lot. I've been training for quite some time. I have been running and lift weights as well for quite some years actually. So for me, it gave much more sense that I actually do bike power. So I went into bike power. Immediately I told the lady who was the instructor there, you know what, I don't know how to. It's the first time, so I don't even know how to do the seats. But before I actually take you there, let me tell you something. I didn't know how to put on these shoes. No, I actually put them at home, and I asked my boyfriend, please help me to take them off. Help me. I can't figure out how to take them off. Look at this shoe. It's not all of them. This is the Shimano model. And it's not all of them that are just challenging to take them out, to take off. This one just have the normal just clips or just stickers. And this one at the end, this is how you put them on. Okay, I can't even, okay, there you go. This is how you put them on. So I put them on to try whether they actually fit me. This lady was selling them because they were a little bit too small for her. If you're going to buy some, by the way, just look for a size a little bit bigger than your size. This is size 39, and I normally put on 37 to 38 in shoes. I'm 160 in height, so yeah, you can just see yourself in that. But I didn't know how to put off these shoes. I didn't know how to remove, it's just so tight. I didn't know how to put it off. So I went to the gym. One of them was closed. I couldn't figure out how to open them so that I can put them on. I had 2 minutes until the session starts. Me, I'm running around, went to the reception, because you can actually borrow this kind of shoes at the reception as well. If you're going biking, you have forgotten yours, or you don't have yours, you can borrow them there. I went to the reception and asked, hey, can you please help me to open these shoes? I'm just brand new to this and I have no idea how to open these shoes. And both the receptionist and I actually stood there trying to figure out how to open them. She was like, I have no idea how to open them. And I was like, me neither. But luckily, we figured out how to open them. And how to open them, guys, you actually press here and you push this a bit forward. Let me see. I'm just describing really bad. Press here if you buy the Shimano model. Press here just a little bit, and then you lift this one up. Just down, press the top just a little bit, just to lift up, and then it comes down. So we finally figured out how to actually do it. I put on the shoes, and I was like, oh, thank God. Finally, this is over. That was challenge number 1. To figure out how to put on the shoes. Well, if you buy the normal shoes, that have just this ones, it's not going to be a problem. Well, if you know as well, that now you know that they have to be on. Second challenge. I didn't know that it was so hard to clip on the damn shoes on this bike itself. So I am there. I already, the instructor tried to help me to figure out the height. Actually, let me tell you a little bit of that before I tell you about the other challenge that I faced. Probably it's better to show you on a bike. When you are pedaling, you should be able to not bend your knee completely, but have some kind of 90-degree angle by your knee. And when you're pedaling and your leg has reached the bottom leg or bottom fit that is down, it shouldn't be all the way straight. And your arms, they shouldn't be too straight either, but they should try to keep just a tiny bit bent. But again, it also depends on, all of those things, they affect on how much power you put into biking, how effective it is, how effectively you're going to move, move faster, pedal harder, and so on and so forth. But again, I'm not the best into this. I've been doing this for. I started in June for a month before I can actually share it with you. So you should definitely ask your instructor if you try it yourself. Absolutely, just to make sure, just even ask her to look into it. So that was a challenge for me. She helped me, and now she's going to her pause because we're about to start the session. But here I am with my shoes. I can't figure out how to clip them on the bike. It was so embarrassing, but sometimes, I just gonna swallow my pride. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna ask the person close to me. Guys, I'm just gonna give you an instruction, just a little bit. Do like this on your pedal and try to clip, press a little bit. No need to actually put so much effort into it. Try to go as smooth as possible and press on it. Once you hear the click, then it's on. Then you're actually clipped on at the bike. And that's gonna help you, because you are stable. And the same goes for the other one. And what I would actually suggest is that you jump on your seat and you go on and first clip on one leg, put it on the bottom and try the other on top, and then pedal a little bit forward and then clipped on. It took me a while, and that was not the only time. The second time it took me a while, the third time as well. But now I can actually do it myself. Well, it's the fourth time. Something else that I actually didn't mention, when you are adjusting your seat, it should be straightforward. Obviously, you can ask your instructor, but you are able as well to just lift up the handle and then lift your seat, put it at this height that actually suits you, either forward or backwards the seat, to just make sure that you are not too far away from your arms, so you're not leaning so much forward or you're not so much backwards. So in this case, it's going to help you exactly figure out what fits you best and how you feel comfortable. So that being said, always ask your instructor to make sure that your posture is not bad. Sometimes you might think that everything is great, but unfortunately not always everything is great. Some other people can see that actually your posture look worse than what you can see yourself. Anyhow, moving forward, so the first time the session started, and when the session started, the instructor actually asked me, do you have a phone with you? And I was like, yeah, I have my phone with me. Here I'm talking about me have already clipped on my bike, and here I am, and I'm biking full on. Not full on. I saw the others were just were just pedaling, and then pedaling as well, just trying to imitate what others. This is before the session start, and the instructor then asked me, do you have your phone with you? And I was like, yeah, I have my phone with me. And you know what I thought? I was like, please do not tell me to pick up my phone, because that means I have to get off the bike that I literally used 5 minutes to clip on. And then she was like, do you have an app? And I was like, what app? In that app, you can just connect to your bike and you can see how you were performing. And I was like, no, I don't have an app. And then I was like, oh, never mind, then you can do it next time, just trying to follow along. Well, there's a screen out there and we could see what we actually need to do, whether we need to increase it. She was an instructor, or she is an instructor. She was instructing us what to do, whether we should increase or decrease, and so on and so forth. So what happened is that I was able to do that. I just joined and I was biking. I was not able to see how I'm performing or even how long I biked on my first ride. But I was able to follow. Considering that I've talked so much, the thing that you can take out of it is that, first of all, you need to get the right proper shoes that match you. Remember to get a size a little bit higher up. I chose one size up than my normal size. Remember to choose the right model of shoes. I don't know how the others feel, but I'm quite happy with my Shimano shoes, which I would recommend. They're quite actually affordable. I've also checked online how much they cost when they are new. And second of all, you need to remember that you should take it easy. Take it easy and do not be afraid to ask. It's going to be a challenge to clip on your shoes, and probably not a challenge for you. Just remember to take it easy and don't hesitate to ask. Third of all, remember to set your height both in terms of your seat and your steering kind of wheel, in the proper height and the proper either it's forward or backwards, that actually fits a position where you're comfortable and you feel like you're using your energy efficiently. And being a beginner in spinning is that don't compare yourself with other spinners out there. They've probably been doing it a lot of times. Some of them are probably like me, have been training for years and years. And even though I was not the best in spinning, I have very strong muscles, so I didn't really have a problem to keep up with the instructor, to keep up with the others. And if it's your first time, instead of going to bike power like I did, go to bike basic and then work yourself up. You should compete always with yourself other than the people around you. It's a learning process. I just actually forgot this phrase. It's not a race, it's a marathon. You're never going to see in a marathon someone who is just whoop using their energy, the energy that they have in their body right in the first 5 kilometers. No, you just try to keep a steady pace and compare it to a 100-meter race where you're just going to put all you have in your body and in your soul. So you just have to give it time. Lastly, my last point is my recommendation to you. My recommendation to you guys is try it. Have you ever thought about spinning? Buy shoes, just go out there like I did, try spinning. And if you figure out in the first round that that's not something for you, don't stop it. Try next time as well. Try the third time. Just do it a couple of times before you rule it out. It's not always that the first time is a decision maker on what you should do. How many people have you met in your life that in the first time you're like, I don't like that person, just bluntly saying, and then later on you figure out, oh God, I actually like you. I got to know you better. So if it's your first time going out spinning, try the first time, give it another try, and even a third time if it's possible, and see whether there's something that you should continue or rule out. Take all these small advices, just be aware of them, because I know that that's something that I couldn't find on YouTube, but it was definitely a challenge and fun for me. And keep yourself occupied with other things. Don't start spinning and make it your daily thing. I've encountered people in my life as well that have tried or started an activity, and suddenly that activity has been then for the rest of their life. Now you shouldn't just let one activity, either be spinning or anything new that you're trying out, you shouldn't let it just take over a lot of time, or you shouldn't jump into it with all of your energy and all of your time. So that means that you shouldn't spin every single day of the week. But if you're starting, just maybe start with 1 day a week, add up to 2 days if you like it, and then 3 days, but take it step by step. Otherwise, your body is not going to get used to it. Your body is going to get tired out because it's not used to do that kind of activities, and so much energy being spent in that way, in that many times, that many hours per week. So I would definitely recommend you to take it easy, but start as fast as possible. If you want and have anything that you are to suggest, please don't hesitate. Something else that you would want me to try, you would want to try, but you don't have the possibility to actually try yourself. I'm gonna be ending it here. I've talked way too much. I have so many things to share with you. I probably should have divided into sections, but I'm also planning to just keep updating you how it's going with my biking. Next time I'm gonna share with you in terms of what actually I got out of it, in terms of how many kilometers that I was able to bike, how I improved throughout the period. This is something that is going to be ongoing, and probably you should start the journey with me instead of figuring out 5 months later and I'm way ahead and you haven't started yet. So if you want to start, let's start together and let's figure out. It could be that later on I'm going to figure out that it's not something for me, but it's something for you, and you're going to continue, which is perfect for you. It could be that it's going to be something for me and it's not something for you, which is perfect for me, and then we're going to figure out what's good for you. Ending it here. Please leave a comment if you have any suggestion or anything you want to ask. I'm going to end it here. It was really nice to see you back, guys, and I'm really glad for the support that you gave me for the first video. I'm hoping to see you next time as well.